Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores. Here comes the offense on first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Reels it in down the left side. Touchdown tie. Was all over. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking to pass. It's Dixon. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Ellington. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Conway. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Looking for a big gain. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. No huddle offense to the line. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Can't get him to the ground. And the Commodores will move the sticks with the first down.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
The Commodores look to keep this drive humming.
First down, Commodores.
Back to throw, it's Dixon. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. Bringing the heat. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just trucks through it. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. You have to imagine we're going to see a bit more of these designed runs as this game goes on.
No doubt. This is a guy that can run it. He can throw it. So what do I do? How do I stop it? Do I play pass? Do I play run? I mean, it's very frustrating to try to stop this kind of guy, and you see the explosive capabilities in making it happen on his own.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Off the play fake on first down. They're down by 20. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. To the air, it's Dixon. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man on the right.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. A full dive to haul that one in. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're going to run it. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25.
Into the house. Touchdown tie. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35. Vanderbilt.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The give on the inside. Tackle is made after the first down.
And that last run was just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the gun, running back on the move. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Trying to punch it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Commodores.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for blockers. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. First down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The short hands, it's Ellington. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Still running at the 40. Oh, it's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Going up top on 1st down. Going for it all. He's got it on the left. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team. They stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense got to be ready to play against a motivated defense.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Looking for a productive play on first down. A run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly complete. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Reads it, fires complete.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
On the option. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And running the option, you got a quarterback like this that's dynamic. You tell them, I'm running the football unless they give me a reason to use another option. And he didn't need another option. Dude, what a game breaker. Just takes off, turns on the jets. Bye, Felicia.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, looking to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown Doors! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They move the tight end all over. Try to get it to the edge. At the 35, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They came out hot on this drive, one play and already near midfield. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Commodores will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
To the ground with the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Quick toss. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Caught in the backfield is Ellington. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll run the option. Got enough space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Alabama 49, Vanderbilt 28.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
First down, Commodores.
From the gun, the running back has it.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Power football with the run. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Commodores want to pick up the tempo. They're testing the right side here. Bulls his way forward. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down, Commodores.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the catch. It's Dotson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen, even when it's not blocked properly.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. And everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody.
He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Alabama. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Finds his man on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Running with power. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Feeling some heat. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Commodores are flying down the field. The give to the lone running back. Fakes his man out. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
First down, Commodores.
They'll ride the hot hand. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Conway. The expressway is wide open. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric one has him set up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Commodores.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. He'll pitch it. Across the 45. Running toward the tape. 10. Touchdown tie! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Bowling Green may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take the dub away from Perry Stadium every time. The Falcons have been racking up road wins since the Urban Meyer days, and they get another one today. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. To the air, it's Dixon. Works the middle of the field. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to just keep blowing it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Buying some time. He'll try to do it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Oh, it's out! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. He'll ride his man on the option. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. This quarterback part of their running game. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. Even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of touchdown, Bama! And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Dixon. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. At the 40, there he goes. Can anyone catch him? Inside the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Dixon. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound. And the ball's on the ground. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw.
Fires one high and deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. He's got great speed. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen,